Okay. There, just went up now.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go on Twitter. Gotta go on our Twitter.
Asexual panic.
Literally. That's legit me. Like, I'm not even joking. Oh my god, I have way too many Twitters now. Also, yeah, my finger is infected, by the way. Completely random, but it is. Like the cut or
The one
whatever.
that
But it is.
you got yourself with like a
Like the
buzz
cut
saw
or
or some
whatever.
shit.
No, I got with concrete.
What?
I was
How the
cutting
fuck?
concrete. I was drilling holes in the floor down because we have to have our pipe, like our stacks going up for the drainage to the top floors. So I have to cut
You
holes in
know,
the concrete.
if it's infected, you need to go on antibiotics.
No, I just been using peroxide. It's fine.
If peroxide actually kills white blood cells, that is what kills the bacteria. But yeah.
It works. Either way. But yes, hello everyone, and welcome to Colors of Hell. Um, as you can tell by just the thumbnail.
Today we're going to be talking about furry kinks.
Yeah, I didn't know what to name it. I was gonna do furry fetish, but I was like, maybe not. I was like, furry kinks.
Furry kinks.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Literally, like, I'm not even joking. Like, that is me right now. Like, I am legit asexual panicking right now. I'm just like, oh fuck, why are we doing this?
It was a topic you wanted to talk
It
about.
was it is a topic I do want to talk about. It doesn't mean I can't panic, okay? I can still panic.
These are the consequences to your choices.
These are the consequences.
One
Ah!
little
Your actions have consequences.
I don't even know what that kid was so mad about. It was like action figures or something.
I'll have
Okay.
to look it up later. Find out what he was mad about. But yes, so we have a list. Crumpus made a lovely list of all the topics we're talking about today. Some of them kind of go with each other, some of them don't. But we
And
are
some are not entirely exclusive to the furry fandom. They also exist outside of the furry fandom, but it's just
exactly.
things that I see most commonly.
Oh,
So.
100%. Like a lot of these, I would say all of these are definitely in the furry fandom, 100%. But
Oh
not
yeah.
not all of them are exclusively furry related. Some of them are, and some of them aren't. Um, Gonna be an interesting one. Very interesting.
Are you
Oh,
ready?
I guess I'm ready. What is it, SpongeBob? I'm ready. I'm ready.
God, I
I
haven't seen
can't do his
SpongeBob.
laugh. I'm not even gonna
Uh,
try.
the dude hits his throat to do his laugh.
Ah!
Don't do that.
That didn't work. Okay. But yes, I guess we'll just jump right into it with the first one. The first one's though we talked about it last time a little bit on the last podcast.
Yeah.
Completely unrelated to anything, but we did talk about it last time a little bit. Was cub porn and baby furs.
Yes.
Oh, where do we begin?
One of which I think is, you do you, and another of which is just jail. Immediately. Jail.
Literally. I mean, people can't say it's okay because so many people exiled Kiro the Wolf for like that kind of shit, with especially the cub porn. Like people were like, "Oh my god, that's nasty." But it's like if you watch other furries do it too, and people have no problem with it. But for some reason, like I don't know. Kiro's definitely a shitbag. Just gonna say that. But it's just
I
I don't
didn't
know.
I didn't know Kiro had a thing for cub porn. I thought it was
Yeah,
just
it
like
was in
the
the Telegram logs. I read those whole logs.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to
Oh, well
click
then
on
that's
those.
why. I watched so many videos and read all the logs and yeah, cub porn. He was really in the cub porn. He was a
Yikes.
zoophile and he was in the cub porn. So it was a double whammy. It's what I kept calling his ass out on Twitter when he made his video and I'm like, "Do you want to address the cub porn, buddy?" Like, you're addressing the one claim, but what about the other one? There's one that's a little bad in there too, but I mean, by all means, man, keep to the one. Um, yeah,
You can
cupboard's just
deny the
nasty.
one, but
I
yeah, if you're sexualizing straight up minors and like fetishizing babies in general, it's like stop it. It's one thing to dress up as a baby yourself and, have your own little fantasy thing, but it's like if you're just straight up drawing porn of babies, no, jail.
It's just nasty, in my opinion. Same with like nothing. Let me like. I think I had to do this last time. Nothing wrong with being a baby fur, but there is a problem with being a baby fur when you sexualize it because you are imagining your character as a minor and then sexualizing that, and I think it's nasty, in my
If,
opinion.
yeah, I think baby furs and like the diaper kink is two different things. Like I don't think you have to be a baby fur necessarily to like the whole diaper aspect, but like I know some people just like just the diapers. So
Yeah,
if
some
they're
people just like the
sexualizing
diapers.
themselves, yeah, if they're sexualizing themselves wearing diapers, then that's one thing, I guess. Like you do you. That couldn't be me, but whatever. But yeah, no, if you're into the whole like kitty thing and it's about children, no.
Yeah, in my opinion, I just think it's kind of. I think cup porn is nasty. I think baby fur porn is nasty. Like, I think when you're getting into anything that is imagining yourself or anyone else's character as a minor and sexualizing it, I think that's when it's going too far.
And that
And
also includes like making porn and stuff of actual like characters that are
I mean,
depicted as minors.
we've seen
What?
we've seen art of people like getting like making their characters who were like
Yeah.
baby furs and yeah, I'm just saying if you are a baby fur and you sexualize it, I will give you a step-by-step process on how to unfollow me and how to block me if you wish. I do not care. If you also are interested in cub porn or get cub porn art of yourself, I will also give you those provided links on how to block me and unfollow me and never speak to me again. Um, I will block you myself actually, too. But yeah, maybe that's why I have so many people that blocked me recently. I did like a thing on like it's an analytic thing on Twitter that like sometimes you can see how many people blocked you. And
Oh.
I did it like 3 months ago because it was like a thing that people were doing on Twitter. And so I went back and I looked at it. I was like, I want to try it again. More people blocked me, and I'm like, huh, okay, power to you.
I
Honestly,
noticed that there was
block who you want to block.
yeah. I noticed that there was someone who blocked me and I didn't even know who they were, so I was very confused.
You're gonna have to show me who it was because I guarantee you I'll probably know
You
them.
know them.
I
You
do.
know them. Yeah. They're a local. I've literally just met them once and we never had a conversation one on one.
Wait, wait,
And then I
wait.
found out I was
Send me
blocked
the
on
name
Twitter.
privately. Send me the name privately, please.
Like I'm not mad, I'm just like
No, send me the name privately because I guarantee you there's gonna be a reason. I guarantee you I will somehow know it.
okay.
Because I feel like I know who it is, and I feel like I've had to have this conversation with you already.
Probably. Okay. So we've discussed cub porn and baby furs. Is there anything you'd like to add on to that?
You nasty. Okay. Send me that name.
I don't know what their name is.
What?
I just know. Here, hold on.
Oh my goodness.
I just typed it. There you go. I literally don't know what their
Oh,
name is.
that's
I won't say their name.
I know I'm not gonna say their name, but that person got really pissy with me all because I told
So
them
they
that.
blocked me because
No,
I'm
no, no,
friends
no,
with
no, no,
you.
no, no. I actually know what they might have blocked me now that I think about it, but I remember at the con, the schedule got pushed by a half hour or something, right? And so they were like, "Oh, I'm excited for this panel at this time," and I'm like, "Oh, actually, the schedule got pushed by a half hour," and they're like, "No, it didn't," and I'm like, I'm sorry, but yes, it did." The staff literally just told people, and he's like, I mean, you're not always right, you know. And I'm like, I know that, but I'm telling you, it
Whoa.
got pushed by a half hour. And he's like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, okay, buddy. And he looked at me and he got so mad that I said that. Anyways,
Someone
he
has
walked
their head
out
up their
and
ass.
he walked out and I'm not gonna say this person's name either. This person like looked at me and they were like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "You can go ask the staff." I'm like, "I literally helped set up this morning. The staff's been talking to me." Anyways, they asked, yeah, everything got pushed by a half hour. So that guy had to go tell the other guy that yeah, everything got pushed by a half hour. You dipshit. Don't get pissy with me. I don't know. I don't know if he was having a bad day, but he just got so mad.
Nah, honestly, it just kind of seems like a arrogant dude
I made
thing.
fun of his suit too. I said it looked like pee. I didn't tell him that, but I think I told what's the name. I don't want to say the name of this person, but you
Yeah. I
uh
just saw that they had commented on someone else's thing, and I was like, why am I blocked by this random person that they're responding to? So I asked them who it was, and they were like, oh, it's this dude. And I was like, I've literally never had a single conversation with that person in my life.
he was at the
Who are
con.
they?
You were at the con with them.
Yeah, I know, but like, I've never spoken to them.
Oh, well, yeah, that was my first conversation with them. They weren't happy.
They just seem their head is up their ass way
Yeah,
too far.
it is a little bit. Okay, and they're actually also into that kind of kink stuff, by the way. I don't know if I ever said
Yeah,
that.
I'm not surprised.
They're into the leather stuff, I think, more or less. Um,
And the inflations.
and the inflations, yes, they are for sure. Okay. Um, moving on. Anyways, next one is feral porn. We talked about this kind of in. We talked
Blonde
about, I
Foxy
think, and
video.
we definitely talked about in the Blonde Foxy video. I think we touched on it in the furry art video, but like that video went so like sidetracked that I have no idea anymore. That was the last podcast. That was furry art that we did the last one, but it definitely went sidetracked super fast.
It did. So,
Feral
feral
porn is
porn
bad.
is very, very, very controversial, especially in this fandom, because a lot of people enjoy it. Like, a lot.
I know, and it's like I don't know. I think it's nasty, in my opinion. I think it's nasty.
I think there's a difference between four-legged porn and then feral porn, because feral, it's like,
What do you mean four-legged porn? You gotta explain
it,
that to me, because that's
yeah,
basically feral.
well, no, feral implies that they're like wild, they're just like an animal. They have no
Yes.
thought process, anything like that. But meanwhile, I think four-legged porn is something that is, aware, I guess,
I
if it's like a
mean,
fictional character.
I don't know because I mean that would tie into the whole like Blonde Foxy thing. Is that like it was her character in feral porn? It's like so does that mean it's four-legged porn, not feral porn, even though
Well,
it's
no,
feral
because
animals?
her no, because her like feral porn was straight up of her dog doing things to her
No, remember
character
that
that were
art that was a YCH of a bunch of furries, remember? And it was all like four-legged like feral porn.
yeah.
To me that was feral porn. So I don't. What's the difference between four-legged and feral porn when it can
Well,
still be someone's
because
soda?
I don't know. I don't know. I was looking. I've been reading up on it, and there's like a huge debate of like I think four-legged porn is what they call it, but it's like they're consensual as much as like an anthropomorphic character would be. They just walk on all fours, and then in comparison to like just drawing like two horses fucking, like just
Oh.
I don't know.
I've never heard of that. I've just always
Yeah, no.
known feral porn and that's it.
Yeah, I came across like an entire thing about it, I think on like Kiwi farms or something like
Oh,
that,
okay.
but
Well,
it was
it's Kiwi Farms. That completely makes sense right
yeah,
there. That's why.
yeah, but I don't know. I was just trying to get different people's viewpoints of it.
Yeah.
So
No, I get that. Kiwi Farms is definitely an
it is a
interesting site.
sight.
It's a site. I find there's always like debates like that, but like in my opinion, I think if you're starting to draw an animal on all fours and drawing it not safe for work, I think that's when it's starting to get into the feral porn, in my opinion,
Mm.
because that's when it's kind of getting too far.
Well, what if you
Anthroporn
take
is different than feral porn.
Well,
in my
what if you
opinion.
take a character that used to be feral? Again, I'm going to go back to my thing of Kovu.
Oh
You take
no.
him and you make him anthro, and then you draw porn of him.
Mm, mm.
It's a loophole.
It is a loophole. I mean, hmm.
Because again, they're fictional and they don't like they're not just straight up feral. They're not wild animals. They're consenting, I guess, because
I
they speak and behave like anthropomorphic people, but they just walk on four legs, which is why there is a difference between four-legged and feral.
I mean, oh, in my opinion, if we're talking about Kobu like Lion King is feral. There's nothing. The
Yeah,
only
I know.
anthro
So,
aspect of it is that they have human characteristics. But even then, that's not anthro. That's just human characteristics.
well, no, the entire definition of anthropomorphizing something is that you give it human characteristics.
Well, that's
So
a
making them,
part of it, but that's not all of it. The other part of it is also making it more humanized, which is it being on two legs and having like hands. That's anthropomorphic as well.
yeah.
So it's like
So
it's like half.
if you were to take like Simba and draw him anthro in like in like a porn setting, and technically it's not feral, but it's of an original feral character.
That draws like a very like a thin line. In my like okay, here's the thing. You already know I don't like
Oh, I
anther
know.
I don't like not furry porn as it is. So like my whole stance on this is gonna be like, oh no, it's nasty anyways. Um
you don't
as for
you
the
don't like
feral aspect,
anything.
in my opinion, I think it's still I don't think it's okay in my opinion. Only because that character is specifically made as a feral character. It's different, like say Beastars, like Lego She, and like that show is already kind of sexual as it is, and they're all anthro. If I saw porn of that, you know what? It's already a fucking sexual show. It's like it's anthropomorphic characters, but where it's Simba or it's like any of that kind of like Balto, I've seen fucking Balto porn like that
Oh
kids
yeah.
movies like in my opinion when it's going into one kid franchises and to when it's going into
Well, you have to admit that the majority of furry movies are kids shows.
I think 100% people become furries because of those kinds of things. And there's a
Yeah. Well,
difference between simping for a character and sexualizing a character. Like My Hero
yeah.
Academia, I simp for Dobby, and I also simp for Deku. Doesn't mean I sexualize them. Same for League of Legends. I love Echo, but I mean, apparently the character's 16, but I also don't sexualize the character, so there's a big difference. But then it gets to the point where people sexualize those characters and make porn of them, and that's, I think, where it goes too far, in my opinion. A little bit, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of My Hero Academia porn, but these kids are like 15 years old in the series, and it's kind of like, don't like it.
There's been a character I've been simping for lately, and oh boy.
I simp for
Uh,
Bakugo. Bakugo's also a simp, not gonna lie. Okay, sorry.
next.
But yeah, basically to answer the question, I don't like feral porn. I think it's nasty, and yeah. I think it's the nasty,
So
nasty.
the next one is like inflatables and like inflation in itself.
Yes. I think I already told you I don't know how to feel about it to an extent. There's certain circumstances, I think.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I
It's
think the inflatable things kind of runs along the same line as the latex, where it's like they like the feeling of the plastic type of stuff.
yeah. And I mean that's fine. Like there's no harm in that in my opinion. It's whatever. There's people who have fucking have freaky ass foot fetishes. People who have fart fetishes. Like, oh no, did you? Oh no, you didn't add a fart
However,
fetish, did you? Dang it! Oh, it's not on the list. It's fine. We're talking about it now.
however, I have seen a post on Twitter that said majority of fursuiters wear latex underneath their suits or jock straps.
Really?
Yeah.
I would.
Which honestly, I'm not even surprised.
I would wear a jockstrap if I could wear a jockstrap. I don't have anything to
I
hold down
thought a
there.
jockstrap was like, I don't even know like,
I think it's
what the
to
hell is a
hold like your
jockstrap?
dick and balls, but I don't really have those, so I have no use for it.
See, when I think of like a jock, I think of like football, and so it's like jock strap. I think of like a cup, like it's like an
It
underwear
is.
cup.
It's to hold their stuff together. It's to
Yeah. So why the
protect
hell would
it.
someone wear that? Why would someone wear that
Okay, well for
in their
football it's
suit?
different. For football it's to protect it. But so like that's a different cup. The cup that
So,
these
oh,
furries are wearing
okay,
are
hold on. I'm
mostly just to
googling
hold
this.
it. Oh my
Jock
god.
strap. The hell are you?
Usually football ones are harder, so that's
Oh,
like if you get kicked there, it doesn't hurt. But like for furry wise, it's not that way. It's
a jock
soft.
strap is literally just a man thong.
Yeah, literally. You
I
didn't
thought it
know?
was something completely different.
No,
Just
that's
say man thong.
it literally just it holds the junk
Wait,
together.
so they wear nothing underneath their suits? They're just wearing just
See,
that.
I could never. I think the most I have ever not worn under my suit was my sports bra and my spandex, I think. And that was it.
I
And even then, that's as far as I would go, and that's only because I don't have that much. I only have one thing of Under Armour. So my thing was like, okay, sports bra and spandex. So like
if I
that was
wear
my
a
other option.
t-shirt,
I
if
did
I
that
wear a
too.
t-shirt, it bothers me because like I don't like the feeling of the knit fabric on my skin.
I did
So,
that for Happy's bodysuit because that suit's completely effed and kept chafing all around my shoulder. So
mhm.
I hate that bodysuit. I know what I should burn it.
You should
I should. I could.
tie it up
I
like a
can't sell
flag
it
and
because
then
like the
burn
thing's
it.
fucked. I'm not gonna sell that to someone. It's terrible. Um, I'd burn it. Yeah. Hmm. I might
Um,
have to talk to Grape about that. I know they burnt a soup. I can ask them how they did it. But they use.
gasoline and a match.
Yeah. Well, no. I gotta make a funny video out of it. Okay. Anyways. As for
So back to the
inflatables, I mean, there's the
yeah,
ones that like people custom commission that like are inflatable animals
they're
built
insane.
in
They're
with
huge.
like vaginas and shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen those too.
I don't know how to
I've
feel
seen
about
them
it.
at I've seen them at like conventions and stuff, and people climb all over them and whatever. It's like, see, I don't understand if it's fully fetish or if it's kind of like similar of like, oh, it's a bouncy house. Like,
Well, no, some
I
people
don't
like.
know.
I know someone that like just likes inflatables and not in the sexual way. Like I think they're asexual too. Like they're not sexual at all about it. They just like the inflatable animals. Like that's literally all it is to
Yeah.
them. And that's honestly that's fine. But then there's people who get like spend hundreds and like thousands of dollars on these certain ones that like can like
They have
have
built-in
vaginas on them and
fleshlight.
everything. And I think that's kind of where it's going into. I don't want to say it's going into the zoophilic thing because obviously I don't want anyone to get mad at me for saying it, but it's like it's an inflatable animal with a vagina that you're fucking. So it's a little.
Well,
It,
actually, now that you described it like that, it kind of makes me just think of like it's just a blow-up doll. At the end of the day,
it
it's
is,
literally
but
just a
of an
blow-up doll.
animal.
Well, I haven't seen a normal looking one in forever. They're usually like weird dinosaurs and like just crazy
Okay,
things. I've never
Nitro, the
seen like a
one.
normal one of like just a dog.
Yeah, Nitro, the one in the A&E lobby also wasn't a not safe for work like custom one. It was just an inflatable. Trust me, I checked. I wanted to make sure before I got it. I like looked around. I was like, make sure there's nothing on it. I'm like, okay, we're good. I didn't want to get photos with it just in case. No, in my opinion, it kind of ties in with the whole like the plush fetish. I don't know if you added that to the list or not. I don't think
No.
no, but there's like the plush fetish that's like people will get like a Balto plush that has
Oh
like
yes, and they put like a
mm-hmm.
hole in it or they add a
Yeah.
fleshlight or
To me,
something.
that's kind of
That's
like that kind of ties into the inflatable thing when it's getting into that aspect of it. Is that it's an
yeah.
animal with a hole that you're fucking.
That's
It's
very common in like the brony fandom, like for the
yeah.
My Little Ponies. Yeah.
Yes. That's to me when it starts getting into the I don't want to say anyone's a zoophile, like obviously, because I don't want to come across the wrong way, but I definitely think it's zoophilic to do that kind of stuff, in my opinion. Especially when it's a plush of like an animal or when it's an inflatable of an animal. specifically made for sex.
Well, what if it's like a dragon, something that doesn't exist?
I mean, that it's still an animal. Kind of. I don't know what the why are you getting technical?
Cause I want to know what's going on in your brain.
In my opinion, it still is a kind of animal. It still is a species. I don't know another way to describe it. That'd be like saying, "Oh, well, a Dungeon Dragon is okay." Like, no, a Dungeon Dragon is still it's a horse and a dragon. It's still an animal. Same for a dragon. In my opinion, it's still an animal.
That species is also meant to be like strictly asexual too. So
Yeah, no, there's an look. There is an AD.
probably.
No, there is one AD account that has skyrocketed for some like because I had to block the person. I didn't block them, but I blocked so their stuff wouldn't come up on my feed anymore because they kept liking a lot of not safe for work stuff. And this is a different person than the one I talked to you about. But they liked every single post from this person. So I went on the account. That person's account blew up so fast. Oh my god. And it's a not safe for work Dungeons and Dragons suitor. It's so nasty. The suit's adorable.
Maybe.
But
I mean, that's the thing. When it comes to like having species rules, it only goes as far as people are willing to listen to them.
exactly, which is kind of sad because like I don't know.
I mean, don't expect anything from the public, really.
Don't expect anything from furries. No offense, but
people in
people.
general,
Yeah.
humans.
Furries I find are worse, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
find
when it comes
furries are
to
like where it gets bad for people. There's shitty people. There's the Karens. There's the Carls. And then there's the furries.
Carl.
In my yeah, I always say Carl because Carls are like the male Karens for me. There's a lot of them.
Mm,
I don't know what
that
else to call
sucks.
them, but I think that's the name people gave them was Carls. But I don't know.
Okay,
Or Jeff.
so inflation is different from like inflatables, where it's they actually make the character in itself like get huge. They pump them up
Yeah.
full of air or something, and then they just get huge.
And see, I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't understand it.
I don't
But
understand it. I mean, it's probably gonna be the same with Vor. I don't understand it, but
does that
I mean,
mean that that scene from Shrek where she blows up the frog and the snake is that technically inflation?
wait, I thought it was the bird.
No, that's when she was singing and the bird exploded. But no,
Oh,
she literally blew into the frog and the snake to
oh
make like
yeah.
balloons.
Oh. I don't.
That's inflation.
Maybe that's how furries got the idea. Thanks,
I think
Shrek.
that was going on way before way before Shrek.
I mean, Shrek's been over 20 years. Never know.
Damn.
Remember we watched on the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
It's just crazy to think that Shrek is 20 years old.
It's crazy to think that I am slightly older than Shrek.
Same.
Well, no, I'm 20. I'm literally a couple months older than Shrek. Like I'm slightly older than Shrek.
what's your like your sign for like Chinese New Year's? If it's like
Chinese New
is it a
Year's.
are you
Oh.
like a Taurus or something?
1 second, I gotta look it up.
I was gonna no, it doesn't it's not important. I was just gonna say you're not any of those. You're Shrek.
Chinese
You're of the
what's
Shrek.
again? Chinese was it Chinese Zodiac? I think that's what they are.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
Zodiacs. Okay, images.
If anyone was born in the year of the Shrek release, you are not anything else. You're not a Virgo. You're not anything like
Oh,
that. You are a Shrek.
I'm Snake.
You are no, you're a Shrek.
No, I'm a snake.
Shrek.
I'm
I'm an
I'm
ox.
I am the snake that got blown up.
Yikes, you got inflated.
Oh shit.
They just went into the atmosphere and fucking died.
There's also I was about to say there's also oh no there's not. I was about to say I thought there was a frog on here too, but there's not. I'm Snake. 2001, yeah. Snake. Wait, what are you? You're 19 you'd be 1990
97.
97. You're an ox.
Yeah, I know. I just said that.
Oh, nice. Nitro, you're in the chat. When was your birth year?
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. Actually, it was my sister. Makes me curious. Oh, she's a wait. Yeah, she's a tiger. I think about that.
Jealous. My animal's so dumb. I don't want to be a
I'm a
fucking
rat.
cow.
You're a rat. You are a rat
Ugh.
too.
Makes sense, honestly. I'm kidding.
Okay, no, we're mean. Anyways, um, what was the next one after that? It was latex.
Which I kind of covered with the
Yeah,
inflatables. It's yeah,
there's
people
nothing
wear
wrong with
latex
it.
under their suits. I think it's just the feeling and like all I can think of is how sweaty they must be. And it's also like imagine trying to peel yourself out of those. I know they say like oh
Dude,
you put it in a
imagine if
lot of
you
baby
really had to
powder.
go like take a shit.
I
That's
don't
all I could think about. You were stuck in this skin tight suit, right? And then you
I
gotta
would be
go.
afraid
You
of it.
ate the freaking you went to A&E, you had the pizza down the street and you had to go. Okay?
The only thing
You
that
gotta
like
get out of
just
your suit first of all and then get out of that latex suit. Dude, like you're fucked. You're shitting in that thing.
what what gives me the heebie-jeebies about them is just like I just picture myself trying to put one on and all I can think of is like imagine zipping something up into those really tight zippers because it's like very close to your body.
Yeah.
You'd zip up skin.
Some people do.
How?
Some people, okay,
That,
remember, some people are also into like the pain kink. So like, I mean, you never know
yeah, but
anymore.
that's not even pain. That's just like why are you doing that to yourself?
I don't know.
I got my throat caught in like a zipper jacket before and I wanted to die.
Oh, well, okay. Don't do that. The next
So
one, oh, sorry.
collars and
Yeah, collars and harnesses, which I mean isn't just a furry thing. This is like one of those ones that like people who aren't furries also do it.
mm,
I mean, nothing wrong with it in my opinion. I have a harness, but not in the like the sexual way. I just have the harness because I think it looks cool. It's a half and half design. By
yeah.
Doberman Designs. They make really good harnesses. Like this one's like high quality. Like I love it. I got to get one for Gray, but
I would get one for Krampus, but I want to cover it in bells because he carries bells around everywhere.
you could
I'd
always just
probably
get a
take the little.
you could always just get like a plain black one or a plain. You could get a red one. Make it pop.
I would get a red one,
Yeah,
and then I'd have
get a
gold
red one
bells.
and then get yellow like yellow gold bells.
Yeah, I would take the little things out of them though that makes them jingle because like I think that would drive me insane, including
I think
everyone
people would
else.
look at you and think, "Oh my god, a reindeer."
Not a reindeer.
um yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Like with the harness and collar stuff. I know a lot of people you do it. Um
Even when it comes to sexual things, I think it's like the collar is for the whole like master pet sort of
it's
relationship,
50 Shades of Grey.
whatever. Yeah,
That's
and
literally
like
all
the
I can think about.
harnesses.
It's 50 Shades of Grey. It's just dominance. Like some people just like that dominance aspect,
Mm.
and that can be a part of it. Or like the control aspect. A lot of people like that too. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I I don't have a problem with it. If someone does that, I mean, power to you. Do what you want to do in your own bed. It's not harming anyone. It's not doing anything nasty,
I
nasty.
draw the line when someone takes their girlfriend out on a walk while she's wearing a leash. I watched an entire video on that. And it was just I couldn't believe it. They literally he took her to the dog park and like as she was
What?
on all fours running around and it was like
No.
what are you
You're
doing?
you're kidding.
Yeah, a dog park. There was dogs running around and she was pretending to be a dog and there's a bunch of people just staring at them and it's like, okay,
That
you can
is
have your kinks and whatever. And they were also like the audacity to complain because they were literally complaining that like everyone stares at us and it's like, yeah, no shit, you're crawling around on all fours at a dog park and you're being led around on a leash. What do you
that
expect?
that is so that's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. It was very weird.
Jesus.
Yeah, you want to do your strappy straps and your collars and whatever the hell. That's fine. As soon as you bring it out into the public, I'm probably gonna take a picture of you and then post it online because what the fuck.
Being like, haha, loser. Um Okay, next one was mersuiting.
Yep, yep, yep.
Uh,
I'll start.
yeah.
I don't fucking care if people mersuit. Like I think a lot more people mersuit than they let on just because of the stigma around them. But my thing is when, like, especially when it comes to bodysuits and hand paws, which is what you use and touch with the most and get fluids on, and then you wear them in public, especially since a lot of people don't know how to clean their
Oh
fursuit correctly or
no.
just aren't even bothered to clean their
No,
fursuit, and then they
I
go to
know who
conventions.
not who, I know what you're talking about. I mean, there
Yeah,
is a person that we know that did that, but
yeah. So
nasty.
that's when I draw the line. Like if you have like I think that you should have, especially when it comes to bodysuits and hand paws, you should definitely have a separate pair for like public suiting versus like bedroom suiting. And if you get, cum on your head and whatever, don't wear that head in public, and like especially going to cons and letting people hug you and children pet you, like that is just so nasty.
It's pretty
I
much the
hate
same
it.
with like you wouldn't go out in public to
You wouldn't go out in
a
public
bowling.
waving your
Okay,
dildo around.
for an example, you would think you wouldn't go to a bowling meet with a cum on your shirt.
Oh my
I
god.
don't care. I don't care. I really don't. You know? I'm just saying someone did that and like it was pretty obvious.
Especially because of the black light.
It was
It
the
was
black
literally
light
just
that
it's
showed it.
everywhere. It's everywhere.
I don't care. Like honestly, I literally give zero flying bucks if this person watches. I doubt they'll watch the
I doubt
podcast.
it.
If
I
they
doubt it.
do, then by all means, if you want to undelete our Telegram messages, by all means, come undelete them so we can actually talk like adults. But I mean, if you want to get salty that you went to a gathering that was over the limit and all that shit, then yeah, come talk to me, bitch. Like, I don't care. That's how that
God.
conversation started. They're like, why'd you block me? I'm like, because you went to a gathering over the limit. And they're like, oh, well, we weren't that far over the limit. I'm like, okay, but you were over the limit. And it's like, we had no cases at the time. It's like, actually, we had cases like 5 days before your event. It's like, don't
They
lie.
didn't have any cases at the time of planning the event, but they did have cases during the event.
Literally,
and,
5 days before the event, there was cases rising, and they were like, "Oh, still gotta go." And it's like in the videos, people are coughing and shit in the background.
Yeah.
No one's wearing a mask. Fursuit does not equal a mask.
They were all crawling over the same inflatable.
They were like literally hugging each other, picking up each other, and it's like, yeah,
it's a typical furry convention.
yeah,
It's like
literally during COVID with like almost 3 times over the amount of people they were supposed to have. Almost.
Yeah.
Because apparently I kept saying 30 something. They're like, actually, it was 25. And I'm like, okay, so the limit was 10. So.
Anyways.
Off topic. If the person watches this, don't act like a child. Don't be a little bitch and message me. Anyways. Yeah. I just don't care about people. But yeah, mersuiting. Yeah.
If you can clean them really well, that's fine. But I just strongly suggest you should probably have one separate for the bedroom. And like maybe heads not so much, but if you are the type of person that gets stuff on your head and you're into that, then don't wear that head out in public because like why?
Yeah, in my opinion, like
because you can wash a bodysuit and you can wash hand paws, but you can't throw a head in like the laundry machine. Like a washer.
Yeah. I think there's nothing wrong with mersuiting. I personally would never do it. Look, you're already laughing because I personally don't like it. I personally wouldn't do it.
Tell them how you really feel.
Stop. No. No, okay. We've talked about this. Okay, we've talked about it enough to where I understand more. I just don't like it still. It's my own opinion. I personally don't like it. I personally
to be fair, you don't like anything when it comes to like
Well, no, I don't like sex at all. Literally, do you see the fucking thumbnail? I'm literally asexual panicking right at the moment because we're talking about it.
Not to
But
say that your opinion is entirely invalid, but it's also like, you can't expect to understand a kink when you're not into anything at all.
exactly. Um, but you know what? Adults have sex, and so yes, of course, furries have sex, and because
But
they
the
are they are
1% of
adult,
furries who have sex.
they are consenting adults that can have sex, and honestly, I just think of it as a cosplay, and that's it. That's the only way I can rationalize it at this point. Um, because I mean, people fucking dress up as like Buzz Lightyear and shit. Like, I mean, have you seen Sponge Knob Square Knobs
No,
or Sponge Knob Square Nuts? It's something, I don't know. It's
I don't even want to know.
it's not even. Here's the thing. I didn't even get to the porno part. I literally just watched the beginning of it because it's all like a whole like it's like a show or something. Like
Porn intros
nothing.
are the worst.
Like it's not even like it's all
So bad.
dialogue in the beginning. That's the only part I watched. As soon as it started getting to some creepy shit, I exit out of it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, now it's getting bad. But like the beginning was perfect because there's no sex.
Oh
And
my god.
but it was like SpongeBob asking like Sandy like to have sex, like him and Patrick, and it's like Will, yes, you, and it's like it kept going like that. It was really funny. I have to find it later and just show you that part. Um, I swear, it's funny. Anyways, but yes, people cosplay, people do that kind of shit. If you want to own a suit and you want to do the nasty doubles tango in it, do what you want to do. But
Mm-hmm.
um I don't know. Just, make sure you fucking clean it. Clean the shit. I don't fucking care. Don't be nasty. Okay, so
If you're not gonna clean your suit, or if you're gonna, just don't wear it in public.
yeah. Okay, so one second. We talked about cub porn, talked about baby furs. Just and for both. Feral porn, inflatables, inflation, latex, collar, harnesses, mersuiting. Now we're on macro and micro,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah, so macro and micro is when a character is either like really big, like building size, and then micro is when they're like really tiny. They also go hand in hand in vor.
Yeah. I mean, some people have that as sexual and some people don't.
Like I consider like
Because I know what you're talking
Godzilla,
about. Because
King
I've seen
Kong,
that kind
stuff
of
like
like
that.
I've seen that kind of art before. Like there's one art piece and it was literally of like Kiwi, Majura, and Pineapple Fox, I think, and it was like all like them
Mhm.
huge like crushing buildings. Um, I
Yeah.
think honestly that stuff's kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
like it when
there's
it gets
like the difference
sexual.
between there's a difference between when it's just like normal, like you can consider Godzilla would also be considered macro, but it's like
Like King Kong.
it's purely for the destruction of things rather than the sexualization of things, which
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of them using like trains as dildos.
I have seen that and I get very
Are we just
disgusted.
watching all the same videos?
No, I think it was on For Affinity is where I saw it.
Oh, probably. Infinity has everything.
For Affinity literally is everything. But I definitely don't. I mean I don't like anything, but I don't know. I mean, there's not any harm out of it. It'd just be the same as getting not safe work art, in my opinion.
Mm.
So it's like you can't really say. I don't know. I can't really say, oh no, that's nasty, because like
Well,
for
since
instance,
they
like
go,
the cub porn and the baby fur like shit, like that shit's nasty. I think that should be undeniable. That's nasty.
if you
Same for feral
fetishize like
porn.
porns and children, jail immediately. Jail.
Literally jail again. I will send you a link to how to block me and how to unfollow me. I do not care. But yeah. That's a different story between this. This is like someone just making their character bigger than buildings and sexualizing. I don't see a problem with that. To me, it's like anthro art, but they're bigger.
Well, okay, so since these things kind of go hand in hand with vor, we can just move on to vor then, which is when like a macro character swallows.
Okay. I
a
have no
micro
problem with
character.
vor. I just don't understand it. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's one of the
I
ones
make the
that-
jokes, okay? I make the jokes about it. Doesn't mean I fucking get it. Doesn't mean I like it. I just think it's funny.
I've spoken with someone who is actually into vor,
Oh
and
yes.
they basically said that for soft vor, it's like the warm and squishy feeling on the inside, but there's not necessarily death involved. But for hardcore vor, which is like digestion and they actually do die. So I guess it's just the warm and squishy or the actual like digestion of a person.
That's just You know, I'm not gonna judge someone for like liking that kind of stuff or whatever, but like I not my thing. Definitely not my thing.
I
Um
whenever I see it, I'm just kind of like, why?
I just make jokes.
What's going on?
I'm just like bore ooh ooh. Like I just make jokes about it.
There is a lot of Krampus vor out there because he has that long tongue and everything like that.
Well, yeah,
There is a
people would
lot of
make more
demon
of
porn.
that. Your poor not even
Yeah.
it's like it's your persona, but it's not even yours. It's just a fork.
he's I stole him. But yeah, no, I don't have any vor art of my Krampus specifically, but there is vor art of other Krampuses out there.
Yeah.
'Cause
Um
I'm not into vor, so
okay, so then there was transformation. What was transformation again? I feel like
it's
you
like
told me, but
it's kind of like werewolves. They turn into something. I've also seen transformation where characters get like turned into chairs and then sat on. It's basically when you just turn into something else. It's the sexualization of like transformation.
yeah. Okay. I
I
mean,
can understand the werewolf one, going from a human and turning into like a big anthropomorphic monster. Like I can understand that one and maybe being able to sexualize that, but like turning into a chair. And I've also seen one of turning into a car. Like they
okay, I've seen the chair one. I have not seen the car one.
I sent the car one to shitpost in our
Did
chat.
you? I'll have to look at
Yeah.
it.
It was months ago. Nitro probably knows what I'm talking about. But uh yeah. They just like it's a very weird bizarre process where they like stretch out and their like limbs break apart and they just turn into this other thing.
Yeah.
It's like okay, I guess. I don't know how is there the sexual part of it, but it's definitely there.
And it's probably honestly, you know what? It's furries. Nothing gets past me anymore about like if
Yeah, I
it
just want
like
to get into the mind of someone who's into this stuff and be like, "Ow."
like I want to get in the minds of people and make and ask them like how they think some of this is okay. Like I keep going back to it, but like the cup porn and the baby fur thing. How do people rationalize it? You are sexualizing minor
Turning into like
characters.
a car, yeah, turning into a car and whatever is just purely fantasy, but sexualizing like babies is like, you know,
It's
that's
nasty.
it's illegal. It's
It's
illegal.
nasty, and I want you to literally unfollow me. Like I'm not even like I legit. Mm, if I ever find someone that is into that shit, I swear to God, I'm gonna die. Like I can't do it. I literally can't. It's sexualizing a minor. It's like you're turning your character into a minor and then sexualizing it. It's nasty.
Or sexualizing like other minor characters on
Like
top of it
like
too. I've
that's
seen that
like Hero
before.
got roasted for the fucking cup porn thing. So why does he get roasted but no one else? It's like in my opinion, everyone should get fucking roasted. Everyone should be like
Because it's
jail.
so popular in the furry fandom that it's almost kind of like a gateway
It's almost
of
tell me if I'm
pedophilia.
wrong, and I might be wrong for it's almost a little bit pedo. A tiny bit.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
sexualizing children in any forms is definitely the gateway thing to pedophilia.
Yeah.
It's the same thing of like, drawing porn of your own personal dog is the gateway to zoophilia.
Yeah. Okay. What was the one after that? Pause versus
So,
Mods.
yes.
I'm
I'm
Moz.
Team Moz. Team Moz.
Moz. Moz.
I understand the pause because people like the big beans and all that stuff, and they uh, also like paw jobs instead of hand jobs. They like paw jobs. which I guess I can understand too. That also plays with mersuiting, and same thing with Moz. That also goes hand in hand with mersuiting as well. Not only just for the art, but when it comes to art, I
Yeah.
like Moz for teeth. However, I've seen people who like Moz for like saliva.
Yeah.
So I
Um,
guess it really just depends on what Moz is what you're into.
yeah. No, for sure.
I like the I like the teeths because my characters all have like insane teeth, and I that's what I draw. I spend the most time on is drawing their teeth.
Yeah, no, for sure. Um, sorry. Sorry, I was reading something. Um, I like Maws, just I don't know why. Paws are nice and all, and paws, like, if they're really nicely drawn paws, I do like paws. But for some reason, when it's a detailed maw, I love it.
Mm.
Like, I don't know what it is, I just like maws. I like the teeth, I like the toothy aspect of the drawings. I like the tongue, okay, don't get me, I'm not nasty, I like the tongue.
I mean, you're talking
So
to someone who has a 24-inch long like tongue in their character.
oh
Like
yeah, true. And
I can't say shit.
I can't say I like mod drawings better when they do have saliva, not an excessive amount of it. I think that's when it gets too far, but just like enough to make it detailed, like as
They
a
have
it's
like
an actual Moz.
rabies,
Stop.
sexualizing rabies.
I could see it.
Oh, it probably
It
exists.
probably exists.
That's
Um,
your kink. When she foams at the mouth.
yeah, but no, I do. I don't know. I like Moz. I do. I like them when they are like not extremely detailed, but just detailed enough where it like does have some saliva, but not an excessive amount of rabies. Just like a little bit to give it the detail, and like the shiny teeth and
Mm-hmm.
the tongue. Like I like that kind of stuff. In my opinion, I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. Um, what was the next one after that? Muscles. Why'd you
Oh,
put
that
down
actually
muscles?
because muscles is almost as big as inflation. I see like the big characters are all bulked up. They look like bodybuilders.
Oh, okay.
They're
I
like
forgot.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everywhere. I see that everywhere. Even like my favorite characters sometimes who aren't like they might be a little bit muscular, but not particularly huge and beefy. There's the majority of art of them is them like built it's like they're 600 pounds worth of muscle.
Yeah. No, I definitely have seen a lot of people with, like personas that are like big and buffy, like buff boys. And like, there's nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't say I call it a kink or like a fetish or anything. Like I just think
Yeah,
it's
I
someone's drawing preference.
no, I think it's definitely a kink.
Mm,
Like yeah,
it probably
they can't
okay,
specialize
okay.
in drawing
It probably
muscles.
could be a kink, but it definitely isn't exclusively a kink.
Well, no, that's for everything.
Okay,
It's not exclusively a kink,
I mean
but
cub
yeah, a lot
porn.
of them are
Cub
kink.
porn I think is just straight up a kink.
Of porn is straight up a kink, yeah.
Cub porn is straight
It's
up a
not even
kink. Baby for
it's not
porn is straight up a kink.
it's not a kink, it's straight up illegal.
It's straight up pedo. Get away from me, please. Not joking.
But
Literally. Um.
yeah, I've seen a lot of muscle where they just kind of look overall ridiculous, like to the point where they're huge, they're super tall, and like their heads are still really tiny and stuff, and the rest of their body, instead of it being inflation, it's like they're just all muscle.
You keep talking about cub a lot. Yeah, I keep talking about cub porn a lot because I just think it's nasty, in my
It's the
opinion.
thing that bothers us the
I
most.
think cub porn and baby for porn are like the number one things that I absolutely hate in this fandom the most. That and feral porn. I talk about feral porn a lot too. Um, I think it's nasty. I literally think you are a disgusting person if you are into that kind of stuff. I really do not care if people like watch this and are like, oh my god, that's harsh. Yeah, it is fucking harsh. If you want to
So it's
sexualize a
prison.
minor or sexualize your character as a minor, go fuck yourself. Literally, go somewhere else. Don't come near me. I'm not even joking. Legit. Ugh, it's terrible. I get so mad about it all the time, but I don't like it. This is nasty. With you on that, great. Literally. Okay. Sometimes I go too far.
Also, breeding kink. Okay, that's a very common one where like
Yeah.
they pump them full of cum and then they're fucking pregnant. Not only do they do that, but they somehow go inside of the uterus. And it's just like they just
I don't want to
which
know.
first of all, that would kill a bitch. But like I get it. I get it. But it's also common outside of the furry community too, of just like impregnation.
Yeah. It's just.
But
Mm, I don't know what else to say.
I mean, it's a kink. Like, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it as long as it's consensual, and especially when it comes to art. Like, obviously, no one's really getting pregnant, but I do know that people practice in that, like, physically, to which they're probably, on birth control and whatever, and their partner, hopefully, neither of them have STDs. And if everything's safe and consensual, then, like, you're not actually getting pregnant and popping out babies every year and have for 13 kids, then, like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Oh my.
um,
Okay, what's the next one?
oh, Musk. Musk kink. I've seen that
Must.
everywhere.
I.
Basically, like, you know what that is, right?
Mm,
It's basically like body odor. So a lot of the times, a lot of Musk art that I've seen is them like uh
okay.
rubbing someone's face into like their armpit or their ball sack or something like that, and something that just smells like a lot. And it's like the sex they like body odor, like someone's musk.
Yeah. No, I know what that is. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean,
I
it
mean,
ties in with the fart fetish. You know, if you like the smells or whatever, I
yeah.
mean, you do
Well, this
you.
this is the only thing that I do have a problem with it is that some people do partake in it at cons and they don't wear deodorant and they intentionally make themselves smell terrible so that hopefully they pass by someone else who does have a musk fetish and they end up, fucking. But it's like everyone else who doesn't have a musk fetish has to smell you and that's disgusting. You smell like a trash can.
Yeah.
Oh, again, similar to mersuiting, like you don't involve the public and don't walk your girlfriend on a leash outside of the dog park.
Literally. Okay, sorry, just completely side note, just because I opened up Twitter for a second. Ellen DeGeneres just is ending her show.
Who?
Ellen DeGen Ellen,
Oh,
the Ellen show.
Ellen
She's ending her
DeGeneres.
show.
Yeah.
19 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, people don't really like her much anymore after all of her controversies, but yeah.
Oh my. Um. Okay, I think we're nearing the end. We're at tentacles.
And ovipositors,
That's how you say that word.
oviposition, yeah. So, so basically, tentacle porn is very common, in, not in the furry fandom, but primarily in anime, I think. But it is popular in the furry fandom as well, and they take it a step further by including like ovipositors, and it's like they lay eggs inside of a person through the tentacles,
What the fuck?
and then you push them out.
What
And
the
it's
what the
gotten to a point where like they're pretty common on sites like Bad Dragon, where you can actually get dildos that you can stuff eggs through, and
what the fuck?
you can like
I
push
never
eggs out of
I
yourself.
have heard of people pooping out eggs, but like I've never like okay. That's too far. Look, I've seen the tentacle things that Bad Dragon has. I've seen it. I was curious at A&E and I was like, "Oh, a room for 18 plus? Well, guess what? I'm 19. Let me in, bitch." Yeah, I went in. I looked at the tentacle. My friend made fun of me because I kept like flicking it because I was like, "It moves and it jiggles," and then I walked out like a
God.
child. Um, it was funny, but
Yeah,
I
the
went.
whole like egg laying thing is actually very common. I see that type of art all the time, especially for
Oh,
dragons.
well,
It's very
okay.
common.
Dragons
It's
I could see.
yeah, it's very common in like the scaly community, or someone pairs up a scaly with like a mammal character, and like the scaly puts eggs into the mammal character, then the mammal character has to push out eggs. That kind of thing. Which, like, that in itself, I believe it's the sensation of like birthing, but it's like small because they're eggs.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I don't know, but
Right. I think
yeah,
I think we're on the last one now, which is monsters.
yeah, Monster Kink, which is
Oh, okay.
yeah, probably the most like one of the biggest kinks in this fandom besides like Vor. But Monster Kink is
I know. I mean,
everywhere.
I don't. I think I'm allowed to say this. It's on her for affinity. It's pretty public, but I know Gail's into that kind of stuff. I think.
Oh, probably a lot of people are. I
Yeah.
mean, technically, Krampus passes as like a monster. He has the big
True.
claws,
Yeah.
he has the teeth, and he has all that shit. Like Krampus would like if I got porn of Krampus, it would be labeled as like monster porn.
Yeah. I
So
mean, again, I don't like any sort of like porn at all, really. So like,
yeah,
I wouldn't
I
get
mean,
it.
yeah, like I get it. Like werewolf porn, that also counts as monster porn. It's
Yeah.
just something that's like big,
Okay.
powerful, and dangerous. It could kill you, but instead they just fuck you. You know, it's like what is it?
Fuck you,
Something that's
hardcore.
no, it's like what is it? I can't remember the meme. It's something about to do with like 13 werewolves or something.
Oh my god. I know. Like, I know the like I. As soon as you said
Yeah,
that, like I know what you're talking about, but I cannot think about it at all.
yeah. Anyways, just something about yeah the werewolves and like so and also like Godzilla again. Those things count as monsters. They're literally called MonsterVerse,
Yeah.
and those also porn of them is also considered like monster porn.
Yeah.
Something just big and scary and dangerous, monster porn,
Yeah.
which I'm all here for because
Well, I mean, of course you
Krampus.
were. Um, I think we touched on everything then. I think that was everything.
Yeah.
I think we touched on furry kinks.
Well, the most common. There's hundreds out there, but some of them are just like either too vile
These
to
are
talk
like the
about.
ones that I think are the biggest in the fandom. And I wouldn't say completely exclusive to the fandom, but the most used or most like dedicated in the fandom, in my opinion.
Mm.
Um, but yeah. If you're into any of these, you do you, man. Unless you are into certain things. Again.
There was a gangbang thumbnail of a tiny white girl surrounded by 13 very muscular people of color men, persons of color men.
Oh, that's what it
And the
was.
parody was with the tiny girl was a tiny wolf twink, and the guys were werewolves. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what it. Okay. Wait, it's a little. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, it's monster porn.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah,
I
I
got
think we
lots of it of Krampus.
now. I think we.
Ah.
I think we are. I think we're good. I think we touched on everything.
Yeah, we can do a quick recap, or I don't know,
Um.
just end it.
Yeah. I mean, the quickest recap I can think, because I'm stressing this as much as I possibly can. Like I have seen so many of like people that I used to be friends with like into this shit, so that's why I'm like, go the fuck away. I don't care if you're into any of this, unless it is feral porn, cup porn, or baby fur porn. Go away.
Whatever you do, as long as it's consensual and it's not illegal, that's fine.
And
You
it's
know?
not
Are you
pedo,
not?
and it's not zoophilic.
And you're also not like pressing your kinks onto the public, which is like wearing your mersuit in public when it's all gross and crusty, or forcing people to smell your body odor. Then, like, yeah, that's not
Or
okay.
baby fur materials that is supposed to be sexy, also gross. I have no problem with people who like. I have no problem with baby furs in general. Like, if you wear a baby fur and you just wear a diaper, whatever. If you're sexualizing yourself in the diaper and your character is a baby fur and you're sexualizing it, that's when it's getting to some pedo shit, and I do not agree with it. It's why I have a very like I don't know how I feel about like littles, I think is what they're called, like the people who like adult babies or whatever. I have no problem with your adult baby, whatever. Just um don't get into sexual shit of it. If you are, it's a little you're imagining yourself as a child having sex, and that's a little nasty. It's pedo, in my opinion. Drink every time Gray says baby for 4 cup. Like, no, like, I'm legit, like, not joking, though. Like, I am very adamant about this. If you are into any of that shit, anyone that, like, watches this,
Chill.
so my Twitter is, at Gray is a color spelled with a U. And you can hit the unfollow button, and there's a block option as well right next to it with the 3 dots. Like, please do it. I really, like, I'm very adamant about it. I don't want those
Do
people
it,
near
or
me.
I will.
I don't want those people near me. And if I find out that anyone I know is into that kind of shit, do not be shocked if you get blocked. Like, I'm just saying straight up. I like do not joke around with that kind of shit. I do think it's nasty, and I am very adamant about it. If I find out anyone I know is into that shit, you gone. You gone, bitch. You gone. Sorry, but not doing it. But yeah, I think I have stressed my point enough. I'm very adamant about it, so. Crumpus, how do you feel?
I think I said my piece. As long as the shit you're into isn't illegal or making other people like suffer with either like you being really unhygienic or anything like that, or you're harming somebody, and as long as things are like safe and consensual, then like do whatever the fuck you want, man. I don't give a shit. But yeah, there's limitations to that.
There are limits. When it gets to the nasty, nasty, you go fucking away from me. Yahoo! Um,
Yahoo!
Yahoo! Anyway, um, I don't think we talked about what we're gonna do for the poll next week.
Eh, I don't know. I don't think we have to have a poll this time, and I think we could just use. We have a lot of shit going on in our personal lives. So.
I think we will pick something.
Yeah. And have a special guest? Why not? Who
Yeah.
knows? Let me guess. Young first.
Actually, no, I wasn't gonna say that. I will talk about it with you in private because I want to make sure you're okay with talking about it. But
Oh boy,
I
love
think
that.
it would be like a don't have cat die situation.
Oh.
It's one of the names on the list. It's right above furry memes.
Bing, bing.
Do you need me to send it to you? Here, I'll just.
Furry memes. What the hell?
It's on their list, but that's the name that's above it. I just sent in Discord.
Oh, yeah. I never looked at anything about him because like of all the grotesque shit. So I kind of completely avoided it because I will literally throw up. So
see, I did until he came back, and then I went like I delved into like everything, and it's bad.
Yeah, I avoided it because I can't look at that type of stuff like dead animals.
I don't blame you. I mostly watched videos. There's a lot of videos of people that covered it, and they said it in the best way they possibly could. There's a really good documentary named "Don't Fuck with Dogs." They just made their third part. Yeah, they just made their third part about all the recent shit, and I haven't actually watched the third part yet, but I watched the first 2. And then there's that other video that I was showing you that has to do with the police report and everything. So.
Okay. Yeah, I never looked into the documents itself. I just kind of looked at all the Twitter posts and people discussing it and stuff because I could not bring myself to click on
I don't blame you.
Knowing what was in it, I was just like, no, I can't. No.
If not that, I wouldn't mind doing TikTok furs.
We can have a special guest, someone who's like big on TikTok or something.
Yep.
Well, you yourself are good on TikTok, but I mean,
I don't post enough. Like, I think I posted one today, and that was it.
Someone who's very active on TikTok. I don't know who. I don't look at furry TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you know somebody.
I could find someone.
Me post one TikTok video. Am I a TikTok furry yet?
Yeah. Okay. But yes. Okay. Anyways, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Well, have a good day,
Nefertiti.
everyone, and we will post on Twitter what our next subject is, and if we don't, well, then you'll find out. It'd be cool if you got Nefertiti or Razor. Actually. I've never talked to Razor before, really.
Nefertiti commented on one of my fursuits before, and I was like, ugh.
Nefertiti auditioned for my Half Pulse Story thing and got the part, and I was like, ah. They were perfect, but they are the nicest person, but they play the bitch of my series. Which is, but I definitely, yeah, I'll look into some people who still do TikTok. I want to find people who are still active on it. So obviously, I want to find someone who's been on it since the beginning and someone that's like
Still there.
still either still there now or newer and has just climbed up. That's the kind of
And
people I'm
not
looking.
problematic.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Um, that's the kind of thing I'd be probably looking to see if I
Wouldn't
could
Nalu
find for
count
people.
as like a TikTok for?
Yeah, Nalu counts. Yeah, Nalu originated from TikTok. Yeah, but we already had
She's so
Nalu as a
active.
special guest, so I'm trying not to add like
True.
people we already had. That was my only thing. But I know a few like newer TikTokers that have just like grown pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I can always see about like talking to some of them and seeing if they could come on.
Okay.
Actually,
That'll be
there's
up to you because I don't know any of them. I only know
there's
the ones that
actually
get spoken about.
yeah, there's one that I can. I think they may have left TikTok though. I might have to
You
talk
could
to them.
just
I have to
just make
talk to
a
them.
thing on Twitter being like, "Hey, who's in TikTok?"
Yeah, I know one person that's newer and has climbed pretty quickly. I think they did end up just leaving, but I don't 100% know. I'll message them and I'll just ask. If not, Grimsum. I know Grimsum. I could probably ask Grimsum.
Isn't like wait, hello?
Hollow. Yeah,
Is
Hollow
it?
too. Hollow too, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll figure
I
it
said
out.
his
We'll
name
figure it
wrong.
out.
Caught
We've got
myself.
lots of options. Lots of options, bitch. Lots of options. Okay, anyways, have a great night, everyone, and goodbye.
Bye.